present to you some of our findings and analysis on our Industry Performance Report 2016. So how many of you know what is Industry Performance Report? Or in short, we call it IPR. Okay, now I know you know. Okay, Industry Performance Report, but people always refer it as IPR, which you always heard it from us. It's an annual publication from Market Research and Intelligence Department. It's actually based on our statutory requirement in accordance with our CMA and Postal Services Act. We are required to report to our Minister on the industry performance and development annually. So this IPR serves the purpose. You may download the IPR, the full version, on our website under the publication industry section. Today, we just share part of the topic from our IPR. Topic we are going to share is about economic performance of CNN industry, more on overview of financial and market status, market performance of the CNN companies. For the services and connectivity is on the status and development of the broadband, fixed and mobile services. Content services is on the TV or broadcasting development. Postal and courier is on postal and courier sector, and outlook for 2017 as well. Without further ado, let's go to our first slide. But you can hear me or not? Are we all using the mic?
Use the mic. Okay. You can use the mic.
Okay. Hello. Can you hear me? Okay, those who are just coming, thank you for coming for the TeaTalk session for today. First, we look at the market performance of our CNN industry. In 2016, it is indeed a challenging year for our CNN company in terms of their market performance. We see that their market capitalization has seen a decline by 14% to 117 billion. However, despite the decline, our industry still managed to contribute 10.2% to Bursa Malaysia market capitalization. Out of the 170 billion here, 152 are from telecommunications, while broadcasting capture 14.82 billion. We can see the breakdown on the next chart. On the chart beside, I think it's on your right side. So you can see the breakdown there. We notice that Maxis has the highest share among its peers, which have 45 billion of the market capitalization. For your information, Maxis are the ranked number 7 among the top 10 list of the market capitalization in 2016. This is followed by Axiata at rank number 8. While DG had dropped out, DG used to be in top 10 list. However, in 2016, it dropped out to rank number 11. But we expect that 2017 will be slightly better. We'll see a growth in terms of their market capitalization. I'm not talking too fast, right? Okay. Somebody complained me of always talking too fast. So now I have to try to slow down a bit. On the revenue side, our CNN industry revenue grew 4.9% to 65.84 billion. Out of the total, 75.3% are from telecommunications sector, 9.8% from broadcasting, while the remaining are from postal and other sector. Our industry over the past 3 years has seen an average growth of 4.8%. However, the growth has been slowed down. In 2012, the growth will be 11%, which is double-digit growth, but it's slowing down to single digit. This was due to the intensifying competition as well as the technology advancement such as the emerging of the OTT services that has made voice and SMS usage getting lower. On the CapEx side, CapEx or we call it capital expenditure is an indicator to measure the amount of investment made by service provider in developing or deploying their network infrastructures. Over the past 3 years, you see the CapEx has been increasing to 7 billion spending in 2016, which is 18% higher than in 2015. In 2016, the 7 billion, 3.3 billion here are from mobile capex, which service provider has spent slightly higher 7% to continue upgrade, extending their network coverage. While the 3.7 billion are from fixed service providers, they are more on deploying their broadband and submarine cable systems. We expect that this year in 2017, the fixed service providers' capex will reduce slightly due to the completion of the submarine cable system deployed in 2016 and early or first quarter of 2017. In terms of capex to revenue ratio, Malaysia capex to revenue ratio at 20%. Which is higher than global average of 18%. So we can say that actually Malaysia invests quite a lot in terms of deploying the network infrastructure. Next, we would like to look at dividend payout by our CAM companies. Our dividend payout has seen reduction since 2014 to 5.6 billion in 2016. Most of the telcos have reduced their dividend payout, starting on 2015 where Maxis reduced 50% of the dividend payout. Maxis used to borrow to fund their dividend payout, which made their gearing ratio is as high as 2 times of their net profit. In view of that, Maxis is aware that it is not really in view of that, Maxis realized that it is not really healthy for them to continue to borrow to fund the dividend. That's why they have reduced the dividend payout to follow their dividend policy of at least 75%. This initiative also followed by our Axiata in 2016. That's why you can see the Axiata dividend has also reduced by 60%. Axiata used to pay out more than 80% of their profit, but now they decided to reduce it to conserve more cash for their future investment, which means that the telcos see the need in increase the spending on capex because that is the fundamental for their business growth. So here we see that dividend is going down, but on the previous slide that capex is going up. So this is a proof that telcos really invest quite a large sum of money in terms of developing their network and extending the coverage. So it's found out that the perception that telcos have reward more on reward more money to shareholder instead of invest in their network infrastructure is not true. Actually, this is the number that proves that telcos really reduce their dividend payout. Out of the 5.6 billion here, 86% are from telco sector, while 13% is from broadcasters. broadcaster dividend have seen an increasing trend since 2014 due to higher dividend payout by pay-TV as their revenue growth is good. Their profit is quite increasing over the year. While Media Prima, they also pay a quite high dividend per share in order to attract investors to their stocks. I think that everybody also aware that Media Prima financial performance is slightly underperformed over the year.
Yeah.
However, then their share price also quite getting declining trend. In view of that, Media Prima through dividend payout to continue to retain their shareholder to their stock. We also expect that this year, 2017, dividend payout will continue to reduce due to currently now it's the third quarter. Time.com and Media Prima had yet to declare their dividend payout so far, and then DG dividend payout has also reduced already. So we see that this year might be slight decrease again. Next, we'll look at the services and connectivity side. Malaysia broadband penetration rate per 100 inhabitants was at 99.8%, or equivalent to 31 million subscriptions. Okay. The slight increase of the broadband subscription was due to from the mobile broadband side. As you can see here, the mobile broadband has been increased slightly, while the fixed broadband is declining. While fixed broadband decline is due to the adjustment made to include only fixed broadband with speed equal or more than 1 Mbps. So you can see the declining trend of the fixed broadband. While you can see the mobile broadband is already increasing, but due to the better network coverage as well as the demand for mobile data pickup. We used to report broadband penetration rate per household basis, but however we changed it in 2016 to report it in per inhabitants to in line with the ITU reporting. On the mobile services front, mobile penetration rate was at 141%, which is equivalent to 44 million subscriptions in 2016. The mobile penetration rate, as you are aware, is already starting to drop since 2014, was due to changing of user behavior from multiple SIM usage to single SIM usage. Well, in today's environment, actually multiple SIMs is no longer relevant to us anymore due to we have better network coverage and attractive packages as well as smartphones. So we expect that mobile penetration rate will going to decline further. So as most of the subscribers will move from multiple SIM to single SIM usage. From out of the 44 million subscription in 2016, well, 78% are from prepaid subscriptions and 22% from postpaid subscription. The postpaid subscription has been increased by 10.4% as more attractive packages introduced by service providers, and to encourage subscribers to migrate from prepaid to postpaid, which tend to have higher ARPU. Next slide shows the mobile subscription by market share by service providers. It is indeed an interesting trend you can see here, because if you notice that DG, the dark purple bar, has seen a very stable trend over the past 10 years. It is between 25 and 28% of the market shares. In 2007, DG used to be the smallest subscription share, but now they turn out to be the leader in 2016. While Maxis in the light purple bar, you notice that in 2007 it used to be a leader in the market. However, it continued to reduce, become 26% in 2016. Same goes to Cellcom as well. So the reduction in Maxis and Cellcom market share was due to U-Mobile as a disruptor of the market, having aggressively gaining market share that has offered various of products and services which tend to be cheaper than the rest of the telcos. With the currently they have the 900 and 1800 megahertz spectrum from the refarming exercise. We believe that U-Mobile will continue to gain more market share because this spectrum put them in a stronger position to compete. We also compare the subscription market share with the revenue market share. As I mentioned just now, eGym subscription market share is steady, and so as their revenue market share. While Maxis subscription market share have been declining quite significantly, but they still are maintained as a leader in the revenue market share of 35%. Cellcom subscription market share also have declined. However, the revenue decline is not slightly. It's not really significant. We believe they will catch up soon because due to previously they are lagging in introducing their product. If I'm not mistaken, because of the IT transformation program that has made them lag behind compared with their peers in introducing new products and services. We don't have the data comparison for 2007 for U-Mobile and MVN service provider because at that time both U-Mobile and MVN has not in operation yet. However, as I mentioned just now, U-Mobile were going to catch up because their packages is really the cheapest now in the market, and now they have they have the more spectrum, and then they will be deploying and have better quality in terms of their network, then put them in stronger position to compete. Okay. Now I would like to pass the time to Shazuin on the content services part. Shazuin.
Assalamualaikum and selamat petang. Okay. Under the IPR 2016, we also have a specific module on content services, reporting on content services and development as well as services offering by our broadcasters. Right. This is my first slide on content services itself. Okay. This chart is from Zenith Optomedia. Now they call it Zenith itself. Right. Is a research company specializing in advertising as well as media consumption. Okay. Do we all here know what is media consumption? Okay. Media consumption is time spent on media such as TV, radio, newspapers as well as internet. Okay. Okay. From this figure, okay, we can see that TV is still the largest single medium, right? By time consumption, you see, it's up there. From 3 hours and 2 minutes usage per day in 2012 to 2 hours. Sorry, just now 3 hours and 2 minutes per day. The consumption is 3 hours and 2 minutes per day in 2012 to 2 hours and 55 minutes per day in 2016, a decline by mere 7 minutes. Okay, that means that's not significant, right? But as we can see that internet is growing fast. Okay, for about 55 minutes from 2012 to 2016 over the last 5 years. This research by Zenith provide forecast until 2019. Stating that by 2019, the narrow gap between internet and TV will only they have a very narrow gap for about 7 minutes. That means internet is catching up with TV because of lifestyle, and we consume more information through the internet. Okay, just for your information, internet consumption comprise all online activities such as browsing website as well as watching videos.
Social media juga?
Apa dia?
Social media?
Yes, as well as social media. Okay. Okay, talking about, because this is a worldwide average media consumption, it represents the global. We zoom into countries like UK and US, the trend is about the same. In UK itself, TV consumption about static, about this line, is not declining, it's about the same, but in US it's a bit declining because the internet take-up is faster, right? In UK as well is faster, but the internet remains the same for the next 3 years. They forecast. In Malaysia itself, we have our own internet user survey conducted by Stats Department. It says that okay, based on the internet user survey, 70.9% of internet users stream video or watch TV online. That means we consume a lot of content. And that means compelling content is very important to attract audience. Okay. Okay. Because content is very important for for audience to get engaged. So we think that broadcasters need to produce more compelling content for their network and also as for online. Right.
Jadi outdoor and others tu
outdoor. Okay. Outdoor media is advertising such as billboard and in-transit vehicles. Maknanya kalau dekat overseas tu kita banyak orang dia commute kan, naik bus semua, so you consume advertising through buses, kan? Dengan outdoor dekat supermarket, all that.
kalau kat Malaysia berapa dekat?
This is global, yes.
1 hour.
Sebab kalau kita commute pun more than 1 hour kan. It represent global, so it's average out lah. Others is comprise print and cinema.
Per day lah ni.
Yes, per day. Maknanya we read as we consume TV for 2 hours and 25 minutes per day on average.
So cinema tu lebih kurang satu wayang ni dia pecahkan lah.
Dia few minutes because per day. Biasanya kita tengok maybe once a week, once a month kan. Right.
Apa slide ni penting? Slide ni, so what is it? So MCMC
Just to show that what we consume every day and TV and is our habit and our lifestyle. Kata we consume TV and I think content is very important for our service providers. So that what shows that TV is still dominant lah. So that means development for DTV all that is still important. Okay, we have next slide on pay TV subscription. In 2016, we have 6.2 million subscribers, TV subscribers, pay TV subscribers. Is an increase of 10% due to increase of extra enjoy customers. Okay, for the record, 6.2 million comprised of extra subscribers and non-subscribers enjoy customers, as well as the subscribers to Hit TV. Okay. Right. To date, broadcasters are expanding to regional market to further monetize their content. Astro, for example, they have launched their OTT services. The OTT service called Tribe, Indonesia and Philippines, to acquire more business and expand in the regional, as well as other than Astro, even Media Prima also. Today they have launched the international service to expand their OTT service Tonton in Brunei and Singapore. This slide is on radio listenership as well as some development on radio. Okay.
Jadi kan keep TV dengan Astro kan?
Yes.
Yang tengah naik, apa tu? Hit TV tengah naik juga.
Hit TV ni sebab dia tak announce dalam dia punya public announcement kan. Tapi kita boleh agak lah from this result. When we know Astro, that means we know TM, because there are only 2 players. Currently, because ABN Access, they're not inactive. So kita boleh agak kalau Astro they have about 5.1 million, so the balance is TM lah. TM dalam 1.1 about there lah, and this year pun lebih kurang lah.
Kenapa kita consider Astro Enjoy itu sebagai PTV?
PTV
Tak payah.
Dulu consider juga.
that one by definition kot. Sebab kita ikut the stats department, dia kira sekali on PTV. Sebab actually dia are potential pay TV subscribers juga, because dia boleh jadi berbayar kalau dia gunakan prepaid service.
Dalam bil pun dia dah asingkan. Kalau kita tengok dalam bil, detail billing, dia dah asingkan. For hit TV tu ada cost.
Itu kalau premium service kan. Kalau so far, even kalau TM pun, because it's a bundling kan. Bundling sebenarnya kita kira semua sekali yang dapat hit TV access. Tapi sekarang kalau Astro announcement dalam dia punya result tu, they don't separate between Enjoy and paid TV subscription. They combine both. Okay, apa exactly monetization through OTT. Okay, because Astro dia dah move to regional market in Philippines dengan Indonesia. So kalau lah dia punya download tu banyak through Astro Mobile, Astro Go Mobile tu yang mobile platform tu, so maybe they can monetize through advertising or that. They are moving towards that. Okay, this is slide on radio development. Okay, radio is still popular in Malaysia. Okay, this study is from JFK. Right? Dekat Malaysia cuma ada 2 study, that is from Nelson and JFK, doing a survey on radio listenership. Okay, as we can see, the central region, in Selangor we have the most listeners, 4.8 million listeners. Okay, followed by Johor, 3 million. And so on the rest. I think for 2016, the radio service providers are expanding their radio reach. For example, Media Prima, they are launching Cool FM, and Astro itself acquired 2 radio stations from Star Media Group. So that currently they have 11 radio stations, including Capital FM and Red FM. On your right, the broadening reach of listenership. That means currently even the radio broadcasters are targeting listeners to the social media platform. Okay, we can see that from the first table, we have social media followers from for Media Prima. They have 8 million followers, while Astro they have 12.5 million followers through the social media. Okay, they share latest info as well as news through this site, Facebook, Twitter, and so on.
Kenapa Sabah Sarawak tadi?
Memang tak buat Sabah Sarawak. Only di buat survey ni dekat Peninsula Malaysia.
Sikit sangat.
Tak tahulah. Survey tu daripada sini je tu. Okay, this is another reporting that we report under the IPR, that is postal and courier services. It's a module by its own, covering on postal development as well as courier, the licensing and the number of volume that is being reported. Okay. The first slide shows post-measure revenue performance for the past 3 years, as well as the operating profit and margin. Okay. In 2016, post-measure reported 1.9 billion ringgit of revenue. It's an increase of 12% from 2015. Okay, one of the reasons for the growing revenue for post-measure itself, because they acquire a logistic business in September, the Post Aviation, to expand their business in e-commerce sector, and then the volume for Post Laju also increased, so that contributed to the growing revenue for post-measure.
Kenapa ni yang logistik tu?
Macam mana?
Yang dia punya logistik tu?
Itu dia punya logistik, acquire logistic business,
Kenapa?
Post Aviation.
Post Aviation.
Yes.
Dia macam Transmail dulu
Okay, this slide on courier service providers. Okay, the first table shows the number of courier licenses issued between 2012 to 2016. In 2016 itself, we have 112 licenses. Okay, it exceed 100 licenses for the past 3 years. Okay, we have more than 20 new applications as well as renewal applications. Okay, I think it's very interesting last year because we have a lot of new licenses applying because of taking advantage of the e-commerce growth. For example, we have Lazada. I think okay, we have Lazada Express Malaysia. Is a logistic company under Lazada Group. So that means they only delivers the e-commerce item under their for their groups. Okay, and then we have MyEG services. They are delivering documents like road tax, renewal road tax, and so on. Okay. We have CJ Korea Express Malaysia. They are the delivery partner for CJ Workshop. Okay, I mean they deliver item which is we bought through home shopping via Media Prima. That means this license itself, they focus on that particular business. Okay. Another company such as logistic companies, that is Singkong Logistic and so on. They are original logistic companies. They focus on bulk item, and now they are going into courier service because they are also taking the advantage of e-commerce. Today in 2017, as at September, we have more licensee coming in. I mean, we have over 120 plus licenses. Okay, because of the growing revenue in e-commerce growth and so on, so okay, what I want to say is the revenue also is growing for the last 3 years, okay, from 2.9 billion to 2.9 billion from 2.8 billion in 2015. Okay, so courier service record handled 79 million documents and parcel in 2016. Okay, this is the courier service total traffic in detail since 2012 to 2016. As we can see, the trend is going up. okay, for the past 5 years, and to date, even the volume is still growing. Okay, one of the reason is because the growing e-commerce, as we know, right? Okay, from the graph we can see that 90% item handled is for domestic service, while another 10%, roughly about 10% is for international. That means items coming from Malaysia going out to international. That's what it means. Okay, among the popular product that people buy online, that is electronic devices such as smartphones, or that we identify that as one of the popular products, and then clothing and apparel, healthcare product, beauty product, and then the newest thing that we know that people are buying online is baby product. Okay, there is a lot of demand on that. Okay, as well as kitchenware and household products. This is outlook for 2017 for this year for the CNM industry. CNM industry is a competitive and dynamic industry that is finding for new opportunities and businesses to grow their business, and it is a maturing market. Maturing market, that means it is currently experiencing a decline in traditional voice as well as SMS services. Thus, currently the service providers are moving toward monetizing data as well as offering more digital services. There are more competition from OTT service providers such as Netflix, and that one on content side. And then we have WhatsApp that become a disruption to the industry. Okay, so but the best thing is that we have more partnership and collaboration between the service providers and the OTT players. Okay, for example, we have Netflix in Malaysia. They are now partnering with for about 27 telcos in Malaysia and Asia, in which our telcos is a key partner to roll out Netflix services. Okay, that's important. The telcos is, and then we have like DG and Celcom. They are positioning themselves into for the gamers to become the market leaders in online games, and then for TM and Maxis, they are going into taking advantage of the IoT apps and application. They are rolling out certain service, and more digital service coming on, right? And the additional spectrum band allocation in 2016. Mobile service providers are expected to expand their network coverage and enhance quality of service. This last slide that we have. Okay, MRID, Market Research and Intelligence Department, and under Market Regulation Division, would like to thank all departments and division for writing your articles for IPR 2016. Okay, for IPR this year, IPR 2017, we'll be sending out invitation to respective department right after this. After the presentation. Okay, so please submit the articles by first week in December, because we are required to publish the IPR in first quarter 2018.
Any question from the floor? No question? Yes?
I'm not sure if it's related or not, but I'm just wondering, like, when you right? Do you ask these industry players, CMMC and industry players, about privacy and security of their
Can you take a look, please?
Okay, I'm just wondering if you also study about the industries sort of like what they're doing about the big data, because like now, for example, broadcasters, right, they do live streaming and stuff like that, so they get in order for you to subscribe, you have to give all your personal information and stuff. So I'm just wondering if they do on security and also privacy of the data. What do they do about it?
In terms of big data, so far now we have yet to really track. Actually, we have request some of the feedback from a service provider in terms of big data they are doing. But so far now, we have yet to really look at it, to really look at their development and how far they have gone, what is the status. But we were going to do the big data analysis for what they're doing with the big data. You mean that what they are doing with the big data,
Yes,
and how they overcome
handle
the
it,
security.
and yeah, what sort of security that they put in and stuff.
We'll take note on that to do some research on it in future. But not now. So far now we have yet to done anything on it yet. But we do going to ask those questions.
Is it in 2018 or 2019, 2020?
We cannot say that how far whether we look into the material. But we take note on that. Thank you. Any more questions?
Shirley, in your presentation just now, when you showed the fixed broadband and mobile broadband penetration, I think you have made some comments. Is it assumption or is it based on data that you gathered?
You mean the mobile broadband going to increase?
Okay, broadband actually was even by improved, no, not this one. The one before.
The one before?
No, is it?
Yeah, CapEx.
The next one?
This is dividend.
The other one? Growth.
Oh, you mean the mobile subscriptions?
Yes.
The service provider, this one? Oh, this one?
No, the one before. Yeah.
You mean the new mobile going to increase the share?
No, there were some comments. The one at the back, okay, yeah. Changing user behavior for single SIM card.
Well, actually, it depends on the number. It's really.
Is it because of the numbers that statistic report?
Yeah, statistic. But from the statistic department.
So service provider punya data.
Yeah, we collect the data. We can see that very clearly the trend is going down.
Okay.
And then is of course some of it is because of the rotational churn. Because of churn, they change the service provider. And also there are also the changing user behavior. Because like here, you can notice that we have 30 million of population in Malaysia, right? It's more than one person at least have nearly two phones. So if let's say the thing is declining, so it's still more than 30 million of the subscription we have. So but still declining, right? So it's mostly because of the multiple SIMs that change the single SIM usage. Because it's no longer relevant. Like last time, 10 years ago, we used to have a few phones. Just like maybe in Peninsula, you get the line better. When you want to call back to Sarawak or Sabah, it's getting expensive. So you might as well you need to get another Sarawak number to contact. So now it's no longer is applicable because we have the unlimited call. We can call anywhere. So from you want to say it's an assumption or actually it's our observation. Is the trend is going to that rationalization.
Can I ask a question? It's a simple question because I don't know the answer to the question. Can you give us a working definition of digitalization?
Digitalization.
Yeah, because I just want to, because I read about it, but you know,
Okay, if based on my own understanding, digitalization is kind of a digitalize all their process. Like for example, like Astro, what I understand they have the currently doing all their transformation of something they call digitalization, their legacy process. Migration. Previously they do those production process might be in manual, but now they digitalize it, which is like maybe like they use computerize it. And some we do production and then they do editing. Maybe they just have to cut one by one and then combine with another PC or something. And now they can do one shot and do it in the cloud. So it's faster rendering and shorten the production process. That's what I understand about digitalization. So I don't understand that where you get the terms from or which perspective.
second last question.
Second last slide. Give me the other.
Number 2. Betul Shazuin jawab.
Depan jalan.
Zach, it's about using IT in your business. So anything that's digital, which has to go into computer, like even your smartphone is a computer now. So that's digitalization. I mean, there are many versions, but it's to that effect lah. What Shirley said is also in that form. Okay.
Because there's competing stuff like digitization, digitalization.
There is a difference lah. But effectively, what we look at is that they use IT, anything that needs a computer or software to do your business, or even your photos and all that you send over. So it's the same.
But I find it strange because I think sometimes we think it's a given already that it's already.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the language used in a lot of literature is still people going towards digitalization.
Yeah, it depends on the country also. For us, we are quite digitalized, but we are going into even more services digitalized. I mean, it's like more things on your smartphone. Last time, the pictures, there's only a certain amount of megabyte. Now it's a lot more, so you can capture a lot more. So a lot of things going into that software, that virtual environment.
So we're trying to understand digital economy, and a lot of the literature talks about digitalization and about the digital impact on society, digital society value.
The simple answer to that question is just to use ICT, Infocomm Center.
Any more question? How will answer your question so far? Yes?
I think your second last slide or the second or third last slide, you mentioned about content. You mentioned about content that is something you digitalize or because of e-commerce activity, the one that have local and export content, local export content. This one. Do you have data on the one that we import?
Okay. Okay, this slide is for courier service total traffic, courier side. Okay, kalau for poster, we have incoming and outgoing. Tapi kalau for courier, we only have outgoing, outbound. We don't have inbound. Memang tak ada record dan memang kita pun susah nak dapatkan daripada service provider because they capture at the point of sale. Kan masa dia dapat sales tu, time tu dia capture.
My thought is if we have import value that we can monitor, then we will know how much we will be taking, foreign products through e-commerce. So maybe something that you all can look into, the next research.
I understand. Thank you very much. For poster, yes, we have macam tadi cakap tu, incoming and outgoing, but for courier we don't have. We only have one way, that is outgoing. Oh, that answer your question. Thank you.
Thank you. So I take note on that. Any more questions? Okay. If you want to have a full version of IPR, you can get it from our website.
What?
Dah keluar.
Thank you very much.